just want to make sure, no problem. Yes, sir. We're going to open with questions for the student athletes. After we field those questions, we will dismiss the student athletes and then allow Coach to field questions as well. We're going to start to our left. As a reminder, please state your name and affiliation.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Dorothy Gentry with The Athletic. This is for both Angel and Alexis. First of all, Alexis, the emotion, you were on top of the table, you were having a great time. Talk about the emotion that you feel, all you've been through, the journey, reuniting with Coach Mulkey. Just talk about how you feel.
It's just the comeback. It's bittersweet that I have to leave, but it's like I'd rather leave on top than anything, compared to anything. So I'm just super excited. If you know me, I'm never satisfied. I'm super excited that we won. But I'm hungry, like I'm greedy. I want to win it all, so I can complete the story and complete the comeback. I've been through so much that you all don't even know. So I'm just super excited. It was just, I wanted to show some appreciation to our fans. They were amazing tonight. And, I feel like they cheered us on to victory.
We're going to go to our back right.
Madeline Adams from Fox 8 New Orleans. Alexis, this was your goal. You wanted your senior night to be on Sunday in the national championship game. Now that you finally accomplished that, just what did tonight's performance mean to you?
It's just another game. Like I said, I have bigger goals. I shifted my focus to Sunday, and that's where my focus is now. And I'm nothing to discredit my performance tonight. I think I had a great performance. I think my team, we did a great job tonight. I'm just locked in on, the prize.
We're going to our left now.
Chessa Boucher with WVLA in Baton Rouge. For both you, it seems like this year has been magical, but y'all have been that underdog. Now you're going to be in the national championship. What goes through your mind?
Can we start with Angel?
It's like a dream. It still hasn't hit me that I'm at the Final Four. I'm just not even believing this right now. Like, it's crazy how much my life has changed in 1 year, how much I've grown on and off the court, and then to be with this amazing program, LSU, and then to be with my amazing teammates and amazing coaches. I just don't even know how to feel right now. And just to be able to believe in each other. All we had was each other. We believed in each other more than anybody else. So I'm just happy. I'm excited. I'm full of emotions right now.
Yeah. Angel pretty much said how I feel, too. Like, it still hasn't hit me. And, maybe if, we're the standing champions at the end, and maybe I can just let go and just be like, like, it's a relief. But, yeah, I'm super excited. It's amazing. We just made history, too, the first LSU team to ever compete for a national championship.
Men or women.
Men or women. Okay?
Herstory.
We're going to go to our left again.
Maya Peterson, W Slam. So bigger than the game, bigger than everything. Y'all are hometown heroes. You from Beaumont, Texas. You know what that means. And you're from Baltimore. What does that mean for y'all to be hometown heroes and on this stage right now?
Man, we doing it for the city, man.
Yeah.
Baltimore. A lot of people, I don't know if anybody has got to the national championship from Baltimore. I'm not sure. But I know so many people have reached out to me, the mayor, the Baltimore Ravens, the Orioles, like everybody's standing behind me right now. And the support I have, my mom, my brother, my whole family, they came out as well. So to be the one to be able to do this and being able to lead by example, I'm just proud because not a lot of people can say that they do this from Baltimore.
Being an inner city kid, I just hope like I'm empowering the youth and showing them that you could choose the right way instead of, the wrong path. Because I come from Beaumont is Beaumont. You can look it up. It's a small town. It's not really much to offer. So hopefully the kids and the younger generation can look to me and be like, I can be somebody. It don't matter, girl or boy. So, yeah, I know my city's standing behind me, too. Beaumont, I love you. I can't really even tell you how. I don't even know if we have. I think we probably got a few pros, probably like 2 or 3 that has ever made it out of Beaumont, basketball-wise. So, yeah.
We're going to stay to our left.
Alexa Philpott with ESPN. Facing a 9-point deficit going into the fourth quarter, what was said going into that last 10 minutes of being able to just stick together and come out and be able to make the game-deciding run from there?
Yeah, Coach told us in the huddle, play this next 2 minutes and see how far it can take you. And those next 2 minutes, I think we went on a 6-0 run, 7-0 run. So being able to just listen to the coaches and trust them, she's been here before. So we have to, at this point, just trust in them and let our defense speak for ourselves. The game is going to come down to our defense. And they had some great players on their team. Amore, she's a great player. But we have Alexis Morris as well that hit a lot of big shots coming down. So just coming down to leadership and being able to stay together at the right time was important for us.
Yeah, just staying poised and staying calm. Never get rattled. Like, that's going to take you further in those situations when you're down. You always got to have somebody that just keeps everybody on one accord. Just keep everybody level-headed. So, thank you.
We're going to take a question to our right.
Ladies, Michelle Smith from The Next. Did you guys, LSU was 0-5 in the Final Four. Did you carry the burden of any of that history? I mean, Simone Augustus and Sylvia Fowles didn't get where you all are tonight. What does that mean?
I mean, we just wanted to make history. They've supported us in everything we've done. We had Simone out tonight. I'm not sure if Sylvia was here, but they support us in everything that we do. And having Coach Bob Starkey, he knows what it takes. He had been to those Final Fours with them, so he had been encouraging us of knowing what it takes to get there. So I'm just happy that we're doing it for LSU in the program, and even just women's basketball. I think LSU by itself has put women's basketball on the map. Yeah. We have. Yeah. We've grown women's basketball for just being who we are, and I embrace that. And I don't want anybody to ever tell us don't do that, because I think that this is who we are, and that's why we have gone so far, because we have that swag.
Facts.
We're going to take a question to our left.
Angel, Lex has done a lot of talking already tonight, but just what about her game, right? I mean, from start to finish, she kind of set the tone, and there's a chip there, right? We all know it, and she had something to prove tonight.
Her game speaks for herself. She told y'all in the last press conference that y'all said that Georgia had a handful, that she had a handful on her hands. Now, Alexis Morris was the one that came out, and she had a handful of her. Alexis Morris is a pro. She's a first rounder. She's been through everything. I mean, you admire what she does. She's the comeback kid. She came back from everything, and she's done everything that they said she couldn't do. I'm proud of Alexis. Alexis is, Alexis Morris is Alexis Morris, but when it's Luther time, it's Luther time, and I'm just so proud of her.
Thank you.
We're going to take a couple of questions from our virtual remote. We're going to start with Joshua. Joshua, your line is now unmuted, and you are free to talk.
Joshua Louder, Television Network. Just how big was the offensive rebounding in terms of coming down the stretch as you as you did come back and win tonight's game?
I remember they came in at halftime and said they had 11 offensive rebounds over us, maybe. More rebounds. They had 11 more rebounds than us. And I took that personal because I'm supposed to be the one that gets the rebounds. So I didn't want to let my team down and just trying to do whatever it takes to win. I mean, Kitley is a great player. She's a great post player, and she does her job well. And then her supporting cast, Soul, and then King coming in and get some rebounds as well. So just being able to take it personal and just going there and be gritty and being physical. I think the refs let us play a lot tonight. So just being able to do whatever it takes to win.
We're going to take a question from Avery Wiggins. Avery, you are now unmuted and allowed to talk. Please proceed.
This question is for Alexis, and just how are you in the fourth quarter? How were you able to find the space? How did your team make sure you were in the position to hit those shots that you hit that put the game away?
Screens. My teammates were setting great picks for me. Coaches calling plays for me, ISOing me. Obviously, I was the hot hand down the stretch, and you go who's hot. Just fortunately, I was hot tonight, and just playing, man. You just got to keep playing through the course of the game and staying aggressive. I was due a good game. I owe my team this game. So, yeah.
We're going to take one more virtually, and then we'll come back to the room. Gabriella Lewis, you are now unmuted and available to talk.
Gabriella Lewis, the next. Alexis, throughout this tournament, you talked a little bit about how the team has not been doing as well offensively, but the defense has been carrying. So what about tonight? The offense is working. And then for both of y'all, did you have the Sharpie rings on tonight?
I'll answer the second question. No, we didn't have the Sharpie rings on, but it's definitely on our mentals. For the first question, what she said? Oh, okay. We had a solid offensive night, but I know my team. I know we could be better. Like I said, our offense is not what got us back in the game. It was our defense. We turned our intensity up another notch, and that's what gave us a spark on the other end of the floor, and that's how we were able to be victorious tonight.
Valencia King with Real Talk Sports. Alexis, question is for you. You mentioned earlier your journey and things that you've gone through that, of course, we as the media would not know about. It seems like basketball has been your safe place. So what does the game of basketball mean to you?
Basketball is like my playground. And it's not that I just have a horrible life or like I just, but everybody needs, everybody has their thing. And this is my escape. This is my arcade. This is my maze. And basketball has taught me a lot of life lessons. I've been able to, find my identity away from the court when I was away from the sport. One day I'm going to write a book. I'm going to have a documentary. I'm going to have some charities for kids, be a mentor, maybe even coach someday, because I feel like I have a lot of wisdom from my experiences that I'm willing to share and help somebody else. Basketball has put me in a position to bridge gaps, and I'm very fortunate for those experiences. Thank you.
We're staying to our back and our right-hand side.
Jacques Doucet, WAP-TV in Baton Rouge. I apologize if it's already been asked, but Flage tonight, the play she made defensively, offensively, she went up and got one rebound. The guy behind me said, "Oh my God, you see how high she got up?" I mean, just can you talk about her performance, especially down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, that big steal that she had in transition, and she finished that, and I think that gave her a lot of momentum. Flage has matured so much during the season, just being able to come in and even if she doesn't score a lot, she comes in and rebounds and plays defense. I mean, she's a freshman.
Yes.
You have to realize she's a freshman. And I remember in the fourth quarter, it was one of those last plays where she had blocked Kitley's shot. They called a foul. I thought it was a block, and I said that was soft because I told Flage, you're a freshman, and you're playing against an All-American right now, and you just blocked her shot, and I'm proud of you. Because sometimes as a freshman, you don't want to go against those matchups like that, and Flage is not scared of anything. We can't win games without Flage. So her being a supporting role and doing what she does at a T, we need that.
As a senior, you have to let the younger ones know that it's not just about scoring, it's the little things. That still gave us a spark. It gave us a boost, gave us some confidence on the defensive end. And Flage, she just got swag, man. It's some things, some people just don't have it. Swag and she got heart. It's kind of like two things you can't teach. So she's Flage.
We're going to take a question to our left.
Matthew Breen with On 3. Angel, LaDeja, 7 to 9 from the field and guards Kitley. Just what can you say about her performance?
Man, I wanted to tell y'all that before the game. I mean, that LaDeja was going to be the one that was guarding her from the beginning. And she played her well to the T. I mean, LaDeja y'all might not say she's All-American, but in my eyes, she is. She's a supporting role that she does her job every single night. She finishes around the basket. She rebounds. She usually guards the best post player. And she's amazing. I love LaDeja. That's the best post player I've ever played with. And her journey just continues as she keeps getting better and better and better.
We're going to take our last question to the left for the student athletes.
Hey, ladies, Corey Diaz with the USA Today Network. Lex, for you, I'm curious, you take the floor tonight, it's the Final Four, you're back in your home state. Can you just share maybe that last pregame thought that went through your head and what maybe transpired tonight through your play or performance that may have reflected what those final thoughts were?
The last pregame thought, I think I was thinking about my best game I ever played in high school. That's what I was thinking about, those moments when I just felt like unreal. You know, I was just playing out of my body. I was in a zone. I was focused. I was just thinking about a lot of those moments, you know, just kind of reminiscing and, you know, maybe it could spark and, you know, give me a little edge on the court, a little more confidence. And you know what else I also thought about? I thought about the matchups. Y'all kept asking me about the matchups. But I appreciate that because you put a chip on my shoulder.
Heard you.
You know, yeah. And being back home, and this means everything to me. I'm a Texas kid. I was born and raised here. So, you know, just to have my supporters and people I grew up around, people who've been knowing me since I was a child, and now they can see, you know, how to persevere and be relentless. Like, it's pretty special, man.
Thank you both.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, and best of luck on Sunday. At this time, we'll open up for questions for Coach. As a reminder, please raise your hand so that we are able to see you and get the microphone to you, as well as stating your name and affiliation. Coach, we're going to start to our left.
Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. Coach, there was a point in the second half, looked like your team was a little low on energy. You pulled Angel out and trying to, you know, get something going. I guess just from that point on, what did you see as far as the grit and determination that your team played with?
I thought both teams looked tired. You know, their adrenaline's high and they're all emotional, both teams trying to do the best they can. And I told them in the timeout, I said, your conditioning is going to play a factor in this game. I said, you can't run the floor slower than them. You have to beat them down the floor. Then going into the fourth quarter, we were down 8, I think. The way I approached that was, you got 2 minutes left in the game. You're down 8. You got to come out smoking and on fire. You got to play like you're never going to play again. Not 10 minutes. I didn't want them to get comfortable thinking they had a lot of time. I wanted them to come out, pick the pace up defensively, fly to the offensive boards as if you have 2 minutes to play. Then we cut it to 2. They call a timeout, I think it was. And I said, okay, now you're back in the ball game, but we don't have 8 minutes. We have 2 minutes. I just felt like we had to challenge them on a sense of urgency.
Coach, we're staying to our left.
Chessie Boucher with WVLA here in Baton Rouge. Coach Mulkey, year 2, national championship. LSU has not been able to get to where you guys will be Sunday. What does it mean to you?
That I'm blessed. I came home for lots of reasons. One, to someday hang a championship banner in the PMAC. Never, ever do you think you're going to do something like this in 2 years. And I also keep perspective. No team, and you think about all the great men's players that have played at LSU. You think about all the great women's players that have played. When they told me none had ever played for a national championship, I was kind of surprised. So that's an accomplishment. That's a step in the right direction. And I can't explain to you unless you're sitting on a sideline to look across that way and look at the fans. I saw Louisiana Tech players that I coached. I saw Baylor players that I coached. I saw LSU players from last year that I coached. And they're all cheering for their coach. And it makes you just realize they know what we feel in that moment.
Coach, we're staying to our left.
Dorothy Gentry with The Athletic, right here, Coach. Talk a little bit about your relationship with Alexis and the fact that you made history with her, like full circle, coming back, LSU, from Baylor, just the whole story, just what she means to you as a player.
Well, some of the things that when I talk to Alexis through the years, I can't tell you because it's personal. But one of the cutest, and I won't tell you exactly, you can figure it out for yourself, but you know, as a teacher, I'll relate it this way. You have those teachers that want little Johnny. You know who little Johnny is, right? You love little Johnny, but boy, he annoys the heck out of you. And then you got those teachers that won't, those that want a little Johnny in their class. I didn't call her my little Johnny. I called her my little something else. Well, she thinks that's the cutest thing in the world. When I dismissed Alexis from Baylor, it was just a coach decision, that one of those tough ones you have to make. But it wasn't like you didn't love her because she was my little, but it was the right decision. Not just for my team at Baylor at the time, it was the right decision for that young lady. And when I got the LSU job, she wanted to come back. And the things that she can tell you that you've probably already read, I just need coach in my life. I need her discipline. I need her tough love. I need her direction. And the sad part about it, it's not sad. It's typical kids and media and whatever, is you're going to go back and play for a lady that almost ruined your career? Give me a break. Alexis will quickly shut him up and say, how did she almost ruin my career? I did it to myself. How many athletes do you know tell the truth like that? It's always the coach's fault. Parents, it's always the coach's fault. That's why she should write a book, because she owned her mistake and she just kept clawing to get out of it. And there's a lot I could tell you about that young lady. I've known her since she was in the 7th grade. Her little private school in Beaumont, teachers, they love her. She's not one of those kids that when they leave, you go, good riddance. She's one of those that just was immature, and she has owned her mistakes and is a better person because of it, and now she's being rewarded.
Coach, we're going to take a question from Michelle on the right.
Hi, Kim. It's been a while. Do you feel like this season was as much a process for you as a coach of putting together a puzzle as any other, considering how many new players that you've had and just the amount of time that you've been at LSU?
Yeah, it's a puzzle. It's crazy I'm sitting up here. It's crazy we're getting ready to play for a national championship. I keep wanting to call somebody and go, tell me how we did this in 2 years. I don't know. Got a staff, got Bob back. He can help me so much with X's and O's and film work. And we're playing for a national championship, guys, and I just got there. Wow. Yeah, 9 new pieces. 9 new pieces.
We're staying to our back and our right, Coach.
Madeline Adams from Fox 8 New Orleans, coach back here to the right. LaDeja's impact, not only 16 points, but what she was able to do against Kitley. Just how can you put that into perspective?
I thought LaDeja was outstanding. The game starts, man, she's scoring, she's defending, she's blocking out, and she was good. And then she picked up the 2 fouls. Flage picked up the 2 fouls. They went to a zone. The whole momentum changed at that point. We go in at half, down 2. But LaDeja has been playing like that. This was not just a fluke. She's been on a tear. LaDeja's stock has soared throughout the playoffs. If Alexis Morris isn't a first-round pick, I'm not a WNBA scout, but I know a little bit about basketball. She's just lightning quick. Her defensive pressure got us energized in that 4th quarter.
Hey, Coach Okanye with Sportcal Media. The addition of Poole.
I hear you. Where are you?
I'm sorry, back to the left.
I'm sorry, baby.
Sorry, this is Okan with Sportcal Media. The addition of Poole, I've seen her play in Columbus when I covered the team there. Her addition to the team has sparked the defensive side. If you can talk about what it was like to recruit her and how special she is to this particular team.
Are you talking about LaDeja?
No, I'm talking about Katie Poole.
Oh, Kateri.
Kateri,
sorry. Kateri. I don't even call her by her full name. I just know her. KP, get over here. Kateri was at Ohio State. We played Ohio State in the second round at LSU last year, and they beat us. She got a full dose of what LSU sounds like, looks like in that PMAC because it was packed. And she went into the portal, and we made a call to her, and I asked her, "You're leaving a team that just beat LSU. You played, you know?" And she just said, "Coach, I can't get that noise out of my head." She said they were, the people, it was so loud. And Coach, I just want to be a part of something that's so appreciative and so welcoming. And she said that was the most unbelievable setting that I've ever played in. And she wanted to play some point. She has been a point guard all her life. And as you see, I'll play her at the point some. And she consequently is how we got Angel Reese. They were buds. And she just casually asked, "Coach, would y'all be interested in Angel Reese?" And we just kind of laughed. Like we would tell them no, right? And yeah, Kateri Poole, I'm so happy for her. And she'll quickly tell you she's from the Bronx. You know, she's proud of being from the Bronx.
We're going to take a question on our left, the first row.
Mark Berman, the Roanoke Times. What did you see in terms of the fourth quarter, your improvement offensively and defensively after that latter part of the second quarter and that third quarter did not go your way?
Well, I thought we turned it up a notch. I thought defensively we really, really got very aggressive. Alexis started it off. Flage gets the steal and the finish on the other end. You finally started seeing Angel fly to the offensive board. She's hard to block out. And you just started doing some things that we've been doing all year. Did that take place because we were down 8 and we were desperate? Possibly. Or did that take place because they were getting tired? Possibly. I don't know how to give you the exact answer on that, but I just know that when you're down, you got to do something different, and I just thought we turned it up a notch.
We're staying to our left, Coach, in the second row.
Patricia Caputo, KLSU. Coach, you had mentioned that you didn't think that you could be here in just 2 years. When you first came to coach at LSU, did you have a timeline to when you were going to be back here on this stage?
Absolutely not. Never have I coached, even at Baylor when we won our first one in 5 years. You can't do that. Transfer portal affects everything. There's no way that you can put a timeline on anything. What you do is you try to take one more step. Just one more step. Is that a positive? Are we heading in the right direction? But no, you don't put this kind of timeline on anything.
We're taking our last question from the front and staying to our left, Coach.
Alexa Philpott with ESPN. We heard Angel say that she took it personally that you all were down on the boards at halftime. Was that a conversation you had with her individually? Is it something that she just took upon herself when she were addressing the team? And how did you see her finally kind of let the game come to her and play her game as it went on?
To answer your question, it was a conversation for the entire group. It was a conversation for the entire group. And that was just a small part of the conversation. There were many other things that we pointed out to them. Took her out a couple times because I didn't think she was getting up and down the floor. I thought she acted winded. But yeah, she should take it to heart. That's what she does. And I can't tell you they were blocking her out all that good. I think she just was letting the game come to her and not being aggressive enough, and she wasn't in foul trouble. So I think that, yeah, she turned it up a notch on the boards.
Thank you, Coach.
Good? Thank y'all. Thank you.